Hi, this is Rima Raffi with Keller Williams Greater Seattle. I am also the Park Bench ambassador for the Olympic Hills, Pinehurst, and Cedar Park neighborhoods. I am here today to talk with my very good friend Rachel Corwin, who is the owner and proprietor of Spruce with Rachel, a home decluttering organizing service, actually all spaces, not just your home. But I have benefited from Rachel's skills in my own home, and she is a godsend. So welcome, Rachel. Thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your business and what services you provide.
Awesome. So Spruce with Rachel has been around for about 5.5 years. I am really passionate about helping people reclaim space within their homes. So for others, that will be big editing, paring down, purging projects. Others, it's a little bit more like refined organizing.
Okay, great. And tell us a little bit about the clientele that you serve. Who are your customers?
So my clients are pretty incredible. They are very busy and are ready to outsource, and this is a great opportunity for them to get the help they need to kind of kickstart that project. I would say, it's a mix of families and individuals. A lot of people who happen to also be self-employed or small business owners often look to me for support getting their home office spaces put together.
And are your clients ever involved with you in the process? How did they get involved in it? At what points are you on your own, or tell us a little bit about that process.
That's a really good question, actually. So it is pretty collaborative process because there is a certain amount of editing or paring down of the stuff in the space, and that's really up to the client what they're going to choose to get rid of. I'm there as a neutral perspective to help talk through why or why won't they keep something, and then helping those things find new homes with upcycling, responsible disposal, donating to the right places. So I'm never going to force someone to get rid of something. I'm going to help guide them to creating the vision within their space. So it is pretty collaborative. With that said, going back to, these are a lot of very busy clients. Some of them do need more of the done for you project, where I'm kind of running the show, pre-sorting, going through the stuff, and then having them check in on the decisions, what they're ready to let go of.
Great. And I can attest to the fact that Rachel has a very good way of making you realize that you need to get rid of something without making you realize you need to get rid of something.
That's a really good way to put it. I will say that's actually one thing that comes up once people are ready to take on the work. I would say when most people contact me, they're excited and ready, and oftentimes the project needs to have been done yesterday, so they're ready to get that momentum going. And the number one thing I hear from people is that they just feel so much more comfortable. I want to be approachable. I want them to realize this work is done in the everyday home, and that it's okay to let things go and have a new life somewhere else. So that way they can, again, have that streamlined space that they're looking for.
Great. And so tell us a little bit about maybe a memorable experience you've had with a customer, whether it's good or bad. What are some of the things that maybe even a challenge?
I think there ends up being just a lot of laughing. Sometimes it comes from the client feeling frustrated to begin with, just like, I have so many things, and what do I do? And so I just kind of spin it like, oh, what treasure did you find? Tell me about it. And just kind of make more light of it, because I'm not here to judge what they've kept over the years. I mean, I have my own stuff that I've held on to, and it just takes longer to let go of. So I try to bring some humor to it. And then I would say just something that's been really memorable, and this came up this past summer within a couple projects, where someone might be a little skeptical at first about what can get accomplished, or they see the project kind of evolve over a couple sessions, and that phrase just, I didn't know what was possible. And to me, that's really exciting, because it really opens up to, I've been able to declutter, and now this room can get repurposed and be the room of my dreams, the home office that I've always wanted, or the art space or studio. So that kind of feels really special to help them achieve that.
So what is the typical amount of sessions that you usually spend with a client? You just mentioned that, so tell us a little bit about what people can expect from that.
So, every project is different. It really depends, not necessarily on the size of your space, like square footage, but the volume of stuff, because someone could be living in a very tiny studio, but every closet is stuffed. So that's why I do a consultation to begin with, so I can just assess, like, what do we have, kind of get ideas in that action plan. I would say the majority of projects probably are around 2 to 3 sessions when we're working on a larger room, or maybe a couple of hot spots throughout the house, like a couple closets and part of a room. So again, it varies project to project, but generally a couple sessions.
So tell us a little bit about how things changed during COVID, how things looked.
So just at the very beginning, I had no idea what that would look like. There was just no way to predict, but I was really grateful to be able to pivot to do some virtual work. And I also had a couple clients who were moving, like they were already out of their homes, so they were pretty safe projects to be able to pack up essentially a quarantined space, and had the unique challenge of how to donate items when all donation centers are closed, and got to really dive in and discover the joy of my Buy Nothing group. So that was a really kind of godsend, honestly, at that time. And then once we had our mask mandate and we were fully masking in homes, I also had gloves and pretty much covering every inch of skin. We just didn't know much about like the transmission from surfaces, and so masking, distancing, and also being able to open windows, have fans going when possible, and pivot over to like more of the outdoor projects like garage and shed spaces.
Yeah, because people were looking at their things 24/7 now, right?
Yes. Every part of their home was experiencing much more wear and tear than I think we've experienced in a long time. So this was a good opportunity to really tackle those and reconfigure those spaces.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can imagine. So outside of your work with Spruce, what makes Rachel tick? What gets Rachel excited? Tell us a little bit about what people can expect from you.
You know this well, but like I am an organizer at my core, and I really have been since I was a kid. So I am always sharing organizing tips and resources with friends and family and neighbors when I see a need, like how can I problem solve and help where I can. Outside of that, you will find me baking and trying new recipes, going on a run around the neighborhood, cuddling my cats. We've got book club together, so kind of keeping up on the reading. Our guilty pleasure, bachelorette viewing each week with some wine. And just, trying to spend time.
Some DIY projects, too, that you've been working on, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. This last year and a half, my partner and I have, I think we painted our whole condo at the beginning of COVID, and that was like this really nice refresh. And then we took on the challenge of peel and stick wallpaper, and wow, I'm so pleased with the result, but that was a journey to remove the texture and then repaint it and then actually applying the wallpaper. But I'm so happy when I see this beautiful accent wall in our home. We've done a lot of swap outs with furniture, so sell or donate a piece, have something new come in. So that has made our home just feel a little more fresh this year, and of course my own personal home organizing.
Nice. So how can our curious viewers contact you, get in touch with you?
Go check out my website, sprucewithrachel.com. You can use the contact form to inquire about projects and availability, tell me about what you're looking for help with, and schedule a consult from there. You can also follow along on my Instagram at sprucewithrachel. You will get organizing tips, before and after pictures of spaces. What cake am I baking? What are my cats up to? A little mix of everything. So you can kind of follow along on those adventures.
And I'll have that information posted here as well, so you can always find it there, or contact me through my contact information. I'm happy to connect you with Rachel as well. Rachel, thank you so much for doing this with me. It's been a lot of fun, and I will see you next time on the next interview. This is Rima Raffi with Keller Williams, Greater Seattle.